Welcome to today's 5 on 5. I'm NBC5's Jennifer Elliott, and I'm joined right now by Oregon State Treasurer Ted Wheeler. Good afternoon. It's great to have you here.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you for joining us. Now, you've been in the area actually talking about enhancing job growth for Oregon's job market. Now, what is your vision for making that come to pass?
Well, I've been here meeting with business leaders, and last night, of course, we had a forum here in Southern Oregon focused exclusively on jobs that was hosted by Senator Alan Bates. And the main focus for me has been around workforce development. That means making sure that people in this state have the skills and the education and the training they need that connects them with the jobs that are not only here today that are going unfilled, but also making sure that they have the skills they need for future economic competitiveness.
Well, that's actually really important to understand. Do you think a lot of the incline may depend on seeing more jobs in the market as a result of businesses or the educational system? What's at work here? What needs to be improved?
There's a partnership that needs to take place. You know, to be perfectly blunt, I'm here supporting Ballot Measure 86, which is on the November ballot. Ballot Measure 86 makes it easier for the state to fund both student aid and vocational and technical training. Why am I doing this? We're in a state where we know that people need the education and the skills to be competitive in a global economy. And we heard from employers last night and today that they have lots of jobs that are going unfilled because young people don't have the skill sets that they're looking for. So Ballot Measure 86 gives the legislature options to fund student aid and vocational and technical training that don't currently exist. People may not know this, but the state of Oregon is a high-priced state when it comes to education. Students here have seen the cost that they pay for college go up 50% over a recent 8-year period, yet our student aid program for lower income and lower middle income students, it's only a third of the national average in terms of how much money is put into that system for our young people.
Wow. So how has some of the information you've been providing to the public been received by them? It's
preaching to the choir. When you talk to employers about workforce development and future economic competitiveness, they get it. Today, I met with a young person who was very much interested in what we could do for student aid. There's a lot of people right here in Southern Oregon who are opting out of education and training because they can't afford it. And that's a lost opportunity for the state, and it damages our state's overall economic competitiveness.
Okay, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll talk more about this issue in just a minute. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back to today's 5 on 5. I'm NBC5's Jennifer Elliott, and I'm joined right now by Oregon State Treasurer Ted Wheeler. It's great to have you here, and we've been talking a little bit about how the affordability of education has been a struggle for several people in the area to get enough education and vocation in order to be able to help with the job market. Now, do you think that's part of the reason that in the past there's been a failure to have Oregonians ready for job opportunities?
There's a couple of things going on here. First of all, the state legislature's support of higher education has been declining for years. We're now 46th or 47th in the nation in terms of support for higher education. Obviously, our student aid program is anemically funded and not consistently funded, so we're shutting out a lot of lower income and lower middle income students from the education and training they need. And our state made a very poor decision a number of years ago to basically walk away from vocational and technical training in the high schools. So Ballot Measure 86 is designed to increase funding for both student aid and vocational and technical training at the community college level, and it does it in a way that doesn't raise taxes for anybody.
Now, what about businesses? What can they do to help increase the number of people in our community who have a living wage job?
Businesses already stand ready to offer internships. They tell me, as somebody who works in government, that they want more partnerships with the government to leverage public resources. And this is part of why we created Ballot Measure 86, because it increases the opportunity for partnerships between community colleges, government, and business to provide young people in this community the skills they need to get a job. And not just any job, but a job with a good high-wage prospect.
Now, what are some of the skills you foresee being needed in the future?
Well, there's no question that we are moving towards a skills-based economy. Everybody who watches it says education, skills training are paramount. And in particular, we're moving more towards a technology-based economy. It doesn't matter what business you're in or who your employer is, you're using technology. And so science, technology, engineering, math, and creativity for people who are going to envision the future and the direction that our economy is going to take. Those skills are going to be needed in abundance.
Now, really quickly, where can viewers go or how can they contact your office if they have questions regarding this topic?
Well, there's a couple of different ways. I would encourage them to go to Google and Google the Oregon Treasury website, and also look at the Oregon Opportunity Initiative, which is another way of saying look at ballot measure 86. I hope people will give that a good hard look and consider supporting ballot measure 86 to increase support for student aid and vocational and technical training.
Thank you so much for being with us.
No, my pleasure.
Thank you. We're going to take a quick break. We'll have more for you right after this.